Hello and welcome to CKE 10,001's gaming channel. In this video we'll be looking at my 8 choice Tokyo Avengers deck profile. So to start off, we'll look at the level 0s. I'm running 3 copies of All Protect Hinata. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, take a hit. If you do, search your deck for a level 1 or lower character at your hand. And when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can return 2 characters from your way room into your deck and shuffle your deck. If you do, this card gets plus 2,000 power. Mainly use it for the Ricky effect. And I'm running 3 copies of Becoming a Man That's Fitting Takemichi. If you have 1 or less other characters, this card gets plus 1 level and 2500 power, so it becomes 4k level 1. And when this card becomes reversed in battle, if your memory has 2 or less cards, you can put this card into your memory. 2 copies of the Brainstormer. When your climax is placed on your climax area, choose one of your characters, and that character gets the following ability until end of turn. When this card's battle point becomes reversed, you can draw this card. And then Brainstorm is for searching your deck for a revenge character. 2 copies of Bloody Halloween, Kazutora and Mikey. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is an event or revenge character, put it in your hand and then discard a card. And then when this card is placed on stage from hand, if you have 2 or more other revenge characters, you can draw and discard. So it's like really a filter. And a bunch of 1-ofs, 5 1-ofs. So let's gather this in a pile. So 1 copy of Festival of Draken and Mikey. Essentially, it's kind of try to counter memory, the first effect, and when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can it's a climax swapper for the second effect. Your older brother figure Mitsuya, you can, and then it's a pay 1 Brainstorm, and then salvage. That's the main effect you use it for, just for salvaging Brainstormer, because you have 2 search Brainstormers. And then when this card is placed on stage from your hand, all your characters in your opponent's center stage get minus 500. And when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, discard a card. If you do, search your deck for a revenge character. So I'll play tutor. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, discard a card. If you do, look up the 3 cards from your deck, choose up to 1 card from one of them, put in your hand. So it helps you dig for a climax. And 1 of this, when this card is placed on your hand, pay 1, discard a card, choose a character in your way room, return to hand. So it helps you salvage. Then I'm running 4 copies of a future where you're saved, Takemichi and Hina. If you have 2 or more other revenge characters, this card gets continuous plus 2,000 power, and has, when first kiss is placed on your climax area, if this card is in your center stage and you have another revenge character, you can resonate, reveal things for the courage Takemichi in your hand. If you do, look up 2 cards from top of your deck, choose up to 2 the Clover Necklace or revenge characters from them, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, and put the rest into your waiting room. I'm running 3 copies of the Clover Necklace event. Search your deck. It's a 1/1 to search your deck for a revenge character, and then put this card into your memory. Then 3 1-ups at level 1. That's a when you use card's backup, you can discard 2 cards. If you do, choose a character in your opponent's one of your opponent's characters higher level than your opponent's level, and put it into their memory. So it's a 1/0 early play punish backup. Takemichi, if you have 2 or more other revenge characters, gets 1k power, and when this card's battle point reverse, if there's a climax or climax area, put the top card of your deck into your stock, so it helps you get extra stock. And then a 1/1, when this card is placed on stage from hand, if you have 2 or less cards in your memory, you may put this card in your memory, and when this card becomes reversed, if the level of this card battle point is higher than your opponent's level, you can put that card into your opponent's stock. If you do, put the bottom card of your opponent's stock into their way room, so it's a way to deal with early plays. Then 2 of the level 2 backup. When these cards back up, reveal the top card of the deck. If it's a revenge character, put in your hand and discard a card. So leave a counter. 4 copies of Trigger Naruto Experience. If the total cards in your level is 3 or higher, all your other revenge character gets plus X power. X equals to the number of that character's level times 500. Try to focus that bit. It's not really focusing here. There you go. There is the card. 3 copies of this. 1 copy of this level 2. All your other revenge characters get plus 500 power, and it activate pay 1, rest this card. Choose one of your level 1 or higher characters. Your opponent chooses one level. Choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters, and your opponent chooses 1 level X or lower character in their waiting room and exchanges them. X equals to the level of the character that you chose minus 1. So it's a level down. 2 copies of the event. You may choose 2 cards in your hand and put them into your waiting room. If you do, choose 1 character in battle and deal X damage to your opponent, and that character gets the following ability until end of turn. This card cannot deal damage to a player. X equals to that character's soul. So basically, they can't deal damage to you, but you deal damage to them. And then 2 copies of Kids Meal Mikey. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may choose a revenge character in your waiting room and put it face down underneath this card as a marker. When this card attacks, you may put all markers underneath this card to the bottom of your deck and deal 1 damage to your opponent X times. X equals the number of markers put to the bottom of your deck for this cost. And it has an auto at the beginning of your Encore step. If you do not have another rest character, you can pay 1. If you do, rest this card. So it's a pay 1 Encore instead of, it's an alternate cost for Encore. Then I have 3 copies of Special Person Hina at 3 copies. If you have 4 more revenge characters, this card gets -1 level while in your hand, and when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may put 1 other revenge character from your stage into your waiting room. If you do, put the top card of your clock into your stock. So it's a stock healer, but instead of discarding cards, you sack a card on the board. Then I'm running 4 copies of Thanks for the Courage Takemichi. When this card is placed on stage from your hand or by the climax combo effect of Thanks for the Courage Takemichi, you may put the top card of your deck, top card of your clock into your waiting room, so it heals 1. And that's climax combo for the second effect. At the end of this card's attack, if Time Leap is in your climax area and you have another trigger Naoto, you may pay the cost. Pay 2, pitch 2 cards from your hand in your waiting room, and put this card into your memory. If you do, choose 1 character with Takemichi and its card name in your waiting room and put it on the stage position that this card was on. So it's like an extra attack. The last 8 cards are the class cards. Running 4 copies of First Kiss, which is your level 1 climax combo, and 4 copies of the other choice climax, Time Leap, which is your level 3 combo. Alright, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, check EncoreDecks.com and the link in the description below to see an overview of this deck build.